Welcome friends. If you want to see such videos, then please subscribe our channel, that is Mayur's Info.
Good morning friends. Now this is 11th Science subject Computer, and we have to start chapter number 6, Basic Ubuntu Linux Commands. So in the standard 9 you have studied about Ubuntu Linux but actually that was graphical user interface. So let's first see the operating system concepts. What is operating system? There are various types of programs available in computer. Some programs are known as languages, whereas some programs are known as operating systems, while others are known as packages. So let's see what is the difference between all these programs. Packages are meant to handle some business task. For example, there is a program known as MS Office. So MS Office is a such program that is used to handle a small office work. Same way, if you want to write account in computer, then tally program is there. So all these software applications are used for a specific purpose, and that is why all these programs are known as packages. Whereas in computers there are some languages also. For example, C language, then another is C++, Java, Pascal, Basic. The new version of Basic is Visual Basic, then Fortran, then COBOL. These are the various languages in computers. So the use of computer language is to create various types of programs. So using all these languages, we can create several different types of programs. We can create various packages like MS Office, Word, Tally, etc. Operating systems can also be created in such languages. The Windows operating system that we are using nowadays, the entire Windows operating system is created inside C language. So remember, it is created inside C language. So purpose of languages is to develop various types of programs. Now let's see what is operating system. Our main focus is on operating system in this chapter. The work of operating system is to handle all the tasks of a computer. Remember, in each and every computer there must be one operating system. We can also install one or more than one operating systems. You can also install two operating systems in a single computer. So you can install Windows operating system also. You can install Linux operating system also. So when you start your computer, it will ask you whether you want to work in Windows or Linux. So you can select any operating system there. The program we can install in these operating systems are completely different. So there can be more than one operating systems in a single computer. So remember, the task of operating system is to handle the entire computer system. It will handle the entire computer system. When we switch on the computer, first of all, operating system program starts. If any error occurs, then it will display the proper message there. And if everything is fine, then it will start the operating system. And doesn't matter whether you have installed Windows operating system or Linux. So after starting operating system, you can work inside different programs. For example, you can start Microsoft Word, or you can start Tally, or any other language also. So operating system is the most important program in a computer system. Operating systems are divided into two categories. One is known as CLI based operating systems, and another is GUI based operating systems. In CLI based operating systems, DOS and Unix operating system comes. Remember, CLI means command line interface. The full form of CLI is command line interface, whereas the full form of GUI is graphical user interface. GUI based operating systems are Windows family, means all the Windows versions: Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows 2003, Windows 2007, 2010, all. These are the various upgrade versions of Windows. And Linux operating system. So these two, Windows and Linux, are based on GUI, whereas Unix and DOS, these two are based on CLI. Actually, this Unix operating system is the very first operating system in computer. First of all, Unix was developed. After that, Microsoft company developed DOS. DOS means disk operating system. So from DOS, Windows was developed. Same way from Unix, Linux operating system was developed. CLI, command line interface, it means in these two operating systems, it will not show any graphics, images, or any other things. Just it will show you a prompt where you can write something. So all the work we have to do, that we have to do using keyboard. So no mouse interface is there. Whereas after that, there were several developments done. So Windows and Linux, two operating systems, are graphical. It means when you start Windows, you know very well, it will show you taskbar at the bottom. At the left side, a start menu is given. Same way in Linux also, it shows menu options. So by clicking on particular option, we can start a program. So it becomes very easy. So if you want to work in CLI based operating system, say suppose DOS or Unix, you have to learn all the commands there. Same way, if you want to work with the Windows or Linux operating system, you are not to remember anything. All the things are given on screen. So just by clicking on a particular icon or menu option, you can work it. You can do your work. So GUI based operating systems are very easy, whereas CLI based operating systems, there we have to remember each and every command. But remember, command line interface is also very important. So whenever there is some problem, then we can solve it using command line interface. So although Windows and Linux operating systems are totally GUI based, even though command line interface is available there. So if you are working in Windows operating system, then there also, if you want to work in command line, then it's possible. For that, the option that you have to select, that is start all programs, accessories, and then you have to select command prompt. So when you select this option, it will show you a dialog box, black color dialog box, and from there you can give commands. So let's see how it works. You can also select from start run option. So I am directly giving start R, so it will display run dialog box, and here either you can write CMD or full form COMMAND, and when you press OK or give enter, it will show you a black colored window. So here we can write those commands. If you give CLS, then it will clear the screen. So CLS means clear screen. If you want to see the list of files and folders, then you have to give dir command. But remember, this is in Windows. So when you give dir, it will show you list of files and folders available here. And if you want to close this, then you have to give exit. So when you type exit and give enter, it will close the command window. So this way you can work in command prompt inside Windows. Same way, if you want to work in command prompt in Linux operating system, then the name of the program is terminal. We remember the name of the program is terminal. So if you want to start terminal, then you have to select applications menu option. In Windows there is start button. Similarly in Linux there is applications button. Applications, then accessories, and then you have to select terminal option. Then it will start terminal. Otherwise, you can also select from shortcut menu. So right click on the desktop, and then you can select open terminal option. Otherwise, there is also a shortcut key. You can press Ctrl plus Alt plus T. Then also it will start terminal window. So similarly, it shows white colored window, and there you can type Linux terminal commands, or you can say Unix commands. So here in this chapter, chapter number 6, we have to study about basic Ubuntu Linux commands. We have not to work with the graphical interface of Linux. We have to work in terminal, that is command line interface. So another thing, remember that there are two types of software available in market nowadays. These two types are licensed software and open source software. Licensed software, it means we have to purchase, we have to pay for that software, and then we can use. Whereas open source software, it means it is completely free software. We can download such software from internet and we can use it directly. So remember, Windows operating system is licensed software, whereas Linux is free software, free operating system. Same way, MS Office that we are studying, that is licensed software, whereas OpenOffice, similar software is there, OpenOffice, openoffice.org it is said, that is open source software. So Windows and MS Office, these two are licensed software, whereas Linux and OpenOffice, these two are open source software. It means free. You can download Linux or open source open office from internet without paying any cost, because they are totally free. But remember, the meaning of open source is little bit different. Open source doesn't mean that software is free. Sometimes a nominal charge is taken, but the meaning of open source means source code is available. Remember, the meaning of open source is source code is available for that. It means that in a software, in licensed software, the company only gives machine code. It means machine understandable coding, and in that we cannot make any changes. But in open source software, they provide source code also. So the original program that is written using English like words, that is also available for us. So if anybody is a programmer and want to make any changes in software, then it is also possible in open source. So there are two types of software: licensed software and open source software. Linux operating system that we are going to study, that is open source software. Few things that you have to remember, that is, if you want to start terminal, then you have to select Ctrl plus Alt plus T. That is the shortcut key. Otherwise, right click over the screen and then select Open Terminal option from the shortcut menu. Otherwise, from applications menu also you can start terminal. Remember, this is known as terminal prompt. In Windows, we have seen command prompt. As you might have noticed, when we selected start run option and typed cmd, here C drive user, this is known as command prompt. Same thing here, it is known as terminal prompt. So it is written administrator@ubuntu, then colon sign. This sign is known as tilde sign, and dollar sign is given. Here dollar sign, here tilde sign represents the home directory. Home directory, it means where our files and folders are saved. Dollar sign shows that this is normal user and not administrator. If it is administrator, then it shows hash sign. So it doesn't matter, here administrator is written. So this way it shows terminal. Here @ sign is used to distinguish the username and Linux name. Here you can see administrator is written, that is the name of username. Username is administrator @ubuntu. Actually, there are various types of Linux operating systems available nowadays in market. Remember, some Linux operating systems, their names are Ubuntu Linux, another is Red Hat Linux, another is Debian Linux, then next is Fedora Linux, another is SUSE Linux. So these are the various types of Linux developed by various persons. Because Linux is open source, first Linux was developed by Linus Torvald, and then it was given free of cost to several persons. It is also available on internet. So several programmers worldwide downloaded the Linux operating systems. They made changes at their own, and then they gave the different types of versions. So these are the various Linux operating systems available in the market nowadays. Among all these Linux operating systems, the most popular is Ubuntu Linux that we have to study. And that is why here Ubuntu is given. Now, next we have to study about the shell. What is shell? But that we will keep in next lecture. So we will keep up to this. Thank you.